Hey everybody, today we get to talk about the Success Club System Tracker. And this is the key to keeping you accountable to your business, keeping you focused, and making sure that this does not become your life, but that you work this into the life that you have and change your life by following this list. Okay, so you should have this printed out. I've had coaches laminate it so they can check it off and they're not printing one every week, but this Success Club System Tracker is for the week. So you just need one a week, and it's going to cover everything you need to do in your business. It's going to help you develop the habits. It's going to help you learn how to do this business and what the key activities are when you say you're going to work. So I just want to touch on that a second. Everybody's going to fit this into their day differently. It is simple tasks to do, but it's super easy not to do. And I think that is what happens is these are simple tasks. They do not take a lot of brain work, but they do take work. They do take intention, and they do take consistency to do them. And I really feel that that's why my business is where it's at, is because of the consistency that I've put into following lists like this. Now, I did not have this when I first started. This is not what my list looked like, but Meg gave me a form of a list, and that is what I followed and continue to follow a list every single day. Okay, so you're going to print this out. At the top of it, you're going to see it says my why. And you know what? I think it might be even better if I share my screen right here. And this way you can see it. Okay, so at the top of your Success Club Tracker, you have your why. Why are you coaching? What got you started? Is it to build community? Is it to stay accountable? Is it to build a full-time income? Is it to retire your husband? Is it to retire yourself so that you don't have to work full-time? Maybe you go to part-time or stay home with your kids. So think about why you got started and write that on the top of your page every single week. Your target market. Stay focused on helping the person you want to help. And in doing that, when you write this out, you also start to think about your posts and who you're speaking to and what you want to tell them. Okay, so it's super important to know that everyone is welcome, but there is a specific person who you connect with the most, and you're gonna be able to help that person like no one else can. Okay, so who's your target niche? For me, that busy mom that is overwhelmed, that takes care of everybody else but herself. That new mom, because I've been there multiple times, who is looking at that postpartum body for the very first time and doesn't know what to do. For the very first time in her life, she's not at her ideal, right? For that mom or that woman that has always struggled with eating disorders or body image issues, and for over exercising, and how can I speak to them? So I have a couple different target markets, but that's my ideal person. That's who I want to help. Okay, now we go into the nitty-gritty of this tracker, and it's going to break this down into sections. And what I love about this is that it really breaks down your business into different sections. My only thing that I wish was that personal development was up here, number 2, like up higher so that you see it, but we will get to that, because I feel like you have your personal journey with this business that's just as important as the activities in section 2. Okay, so first and foremost, most of you have taken that leap from challenger to coach, or maybe you're coming in like I did and going all in as a challenger and coach at the same time. Either way, the most important part of your business is being the proof that the product works, because none of the other stuff matters if you don't have proof that you can get results, you can live a healthy lifestyle. Shakeology is going to help you with your digestion. It's going to help lessen the friction of what to eat during the day. It's going to help you with those cravings. If you're not using the products and being a proof that they work, you're going to struggle with the rest of this tracker. Okay, so your workout and your Shakeology and your nutrition have to be on there. You have to be following them and check them off every single day. You should be aware of this and be used to doing this. We're just tagging on coaching as that extra layer of accountability. Your workouts and Shakeology and the portion control containers or 2B Mindset Nutrition are key to your business. Okay. So I always tell my new coaches, if you have an hour of the day and that is all the extra time that you have, you need to do your workout first, drink your Shakeology, and post on social media. If that's all you can get done on that one day, not every day, but on those days that life happens, you are going to have a business to come back to the next day. Okay. But if you skip your workout, if you skip your Shakeology, if you skip your nutrition and you can't post on social media, and you do that consistently, you're going to struggle to build this business. So you have to be proof the product works and sharing that journey. So we're going to get down to this connect, invite, and follow up. Now, I don't want this 1 hour and 40 minutes to scare you away, okay? Because they're also taking into account posting on social media and taking the time to learn how to do this. And I think that's sometimes the hardest part is finding that groove and getting in the groove of doing this. And one thing that took a long time for me to get into the groove was because I didn't have a list like this. So now you can sit down and do this all at one time, or like me, a couple days a week, you can do this in chunks of time. So I won't go into detail of my schedule. Maybe I can do a video about that later, or you can message me for direct questions. But these are the items to do to build your business. So once you take care of yourself, once you do your workout, your Shakeology, your personal development, this is what we call the power hour, the hustle hour, where you're growing your business, the nap time hustle, the bedtime hustle, whatever you want to call it. This is what you're fitting into the nooks and crannies of the day, this piece right here. So that first piece is initiating connections and adding followers. This is on Instagram. This is adding and following people on Instagram and doing that 5-3-1 method. This is adding friends on Facebook and connecting with current followers, people who are liking your posts and page, people who are sending you friend requests and messaging them back. It's initiating those connections that like you're initiating, you're sending them an initial message that you've never connected with them before. So it might look like going on to a Facebook post, and I like to scroll through it and I see, oh, I've never talked to that person before. So I'm going to message her. Hey, Sally, I just saw that you liked my fitness post this morning. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. What stuck out to you about that post? Or are you on a fitness journey? Or how did you find my page? Or how do we know each other? It's acknowledging the fact that they're following you and thanking them, and then asking a question of some sort to bridge that gap or to bring up fitness. Are you a health and fitness coach too? Have you been following me for a while? Something like that. And we will be sharing examples of this in the group. So hang tight, we promise. But initiating that connection and adding those followers to grow your network. Okay. Number 2 is do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your lifestyle or has a call to action. Call to action is also known as a CTA. This is when you're doing those invite posts. Those are the same things. Doing a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle. So I will show you real quick what that looks like. And for me, I have been sharing my workout every day on social media for the last 6 years, and I have yet to have someone get real annoyed with me and tell me like I need to stop posting. So this was my workout post this morning, okay? Good Friday morning. If you saw my post last night, this is one of those mornings and moments I have to talk myself through. I walk them through a story with this social media post. They clearly know that I'm up working out. Like I don't have to talk about my workout. I don't have to say, woohoo, go me. But I share with them the obstacles I had to overcome to get this workout done, okay? 4 kids, 3 of the 4 were up. 2 of them were in the room with me. This is my life, but I'm making it happen. It's inspirational. It's a story. It's something that they could see themselves in a situation that they may find themselves, okay? I do this every single day. There's a food post. It's not just here's my salad and my sandwich. This is a consistent breakfast. a consistent lunch, words I've used for my nutrition workshop. Why do I eat this way? It's easy planning, it's easy shopping, it's easy prepping. And when life throws a curveball, I replace, I do, this is what I do. It may seem boring, but it gives me energy. It keeps me feeling good. And it just lets them know, like, I'm eating nutritious food. I'm eating food, but I'm telling a story and not just sharing what I'm doing. And so you will see that I share my kids a lot on here. My anniversary, sunshine, like just a glimpse of my superfood post on Instagram stories. I have it every day. I talk about how it's going too long. I don't drop Shakeology's name. I don't do anything. It's a fun post, a fun picture, but it's not in your face. Okay, so getting on social media post, here's another workout post, sharing the story, explaining how I've gotten my kids situated, and how I handled yoga. So hopefully that was helpful in seeing what we are talking about with a social media post, okay? Sharing the story behind the workout, the why. I like to frame it this way. What were you like before your workout? What obstacles laid ahead of you? Why did you choose to push play? What was, what was the motivation, and how do you feel now? Okay, so it's kind of tell that story through that journey. It's not just, yay, I got up and pushed play. All right, and we're going to talk about that throughout this group, and you can always message your upline for help on your social media as well. Update your Instagram and Facebook stories throughout the day. Here are some awesome 6 things to do right away that you can do on your social media Instagram stories that are pretty simple to do. Your daily life, how your lifestyle is, a workout clip. I like to do 3 to 4. You can add some fun music, add some fun text, product. I show that my Energize is in there every day. I show my Recover as soon as I get it, and I share Shakeology. I share all 3 of them every single day. So when I'm talking to someone about a challenge pack, they know that I'm taking a pre-workout, I'm taking a post-workout, and I'm using Shakeology. It's not a huge shock to them that I'm using supplements throughout my day. They just don't know in my Instagram stories exactly what they are. A healthy meal or meal prep, I usually share breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or I share a snack. An invitation and a recognition shout out. If you're brand new and you're a new coach, you might not have a recognition or a shout out for a new coach right away, but you can shout out your mentor. You can shout out other challengers that are working this business with you. You can shout out a mentor that maybe isn't your upline who just inspires you to be better, and just recognizing their positivity in your life. Respond to all new likes, comments, and views. This is just interacting and showing people that you are a real person. You don't post and run. This is how you get conversations going, answering questions, asking questions to them. So when I go to those posts that I showed you just now, that one doesn't have comments on it. But this one right here, my food post, it's spaghetti squash, lasagna. There's some comments. So I want to make sure that I go through, and I did it 2 days ago, and comment and say, thank you, it's a family fave. And just answering those questions on there. Sharing from Meyer, sharing the information, providing them and messaging them. I messaged these girls the recipe. That's my mom and mother-in-law. But interacting. People want to see you be social on social media, okay? So you want to take some time and do that. It might not take you 25 minutes. It might take you 10 or 15, but it will slowly start to build. So new likes and comments. Comments you want to interact with. You can message them. Likes, kind of what I was talking to you about earlier, where in initiating the connections, clicking on your likes on your Instagram or Facebook and messaging people and asking them how they found your page, what stood out to them in their post, how they resonated, and just engaging in that conversation. Views is your views on Instagram stories or Facebook stories. Thank you for watching my page or my Instagram stories. What do you love to see? I've been asking people what they would like to see more of. Thank you for following my Instagram stories. I really appreciate it. Do you follow for fitness, for food, for faith, for family? Which one do you follow? What do you like to see? And people like to give their opinion, or like to share with you what they like to see in your social media. So don't be afraid to do that. Inviting people, at least 5, to join a challenge group or learn about coaching. And so you might be day one of your coaching coaching, or you're brand new. And I know that number might sound really scary, but it's super simple. Do not overcomplicate it. This is where we reach out to that hot market, that our friends, our family, and we don't want you to be spammy with it and say, hey, come join me. You approach it in a way that's, hey, I just started my virtual health coaching business. I've seen amazing results. I am just looking for 2 people who would be willing to do this program with me this month to help me build my credibility and to help me have some results to recognize, to share, and to post about. Are you willing to do that with me? You could do it that way. Inviting off your social media posts. Hey, I saw you liked my post about my, fitness journey or my workout this morning. Are you on a health and fitness journey too? If not, are you looking to start one? That's an invitation, okay? Something super simple like that. We want to do that at least to 5 people every day. And as you add to your network, as you have all these conversations with people, some of those invites come out a little bit more naturally in conversation. But you have to be doing the other things for it to be there. Follow up with people you invited. So on this invite, the people you are inviting, I recommend either tracking on the back of your Success Club System tracker, there's like a little list, or using a notebook, using an Excel sheet. I use my planner, and you can, I'll show you. This is the planner that I use, the Rise Up, and everyone's going to use this a little bit differently. I couldn't get away from my Emily Lay planner to function my day, but I have started to write all of my invites on this little tab right here. So now when I go to do my follow-ups, I can go to my list of people, okay, and I have a follow-up list. And I can go set my timer for 15 minutes and follow up with everyone that I can in that 15 minutes and be done, okay? So the third section is get people results. Contribute to your challenge group. You don't have to stop being a challenger. In fact, I really encourage that you don't. Stay involved and committed and a part of your coach's challenge group and your challenge group. The best thing you can do as a coach is to be a participant in the challenge group that you are running. Recognize achievement, whether that's with your coaches, your clients, and posting that on your social media and your Instagram stories, in your challenge groups, and just recognizing your clients and coaches for achieving their goals, hitting their weight loss milestones, hitting their business goals, and just creating that excitement around those goals. Respond to questions from customers and coaches. This is getting into your inbox. So you've sent all of these messages, you've sent all these invites. I encourage you to take some time and answer those messages and get into your inbox. I like to kind of rank and prioritize mine. So customers or customer prospects, the people that I've invited and are responding back, they get number 1. Customers get number 2. Coach prospect or coach gets number 3. People I'm building relationships with go to number 4. Okay, and that might sound harsh, but we have to prioritize. We have to keep our time precious. One thing I've had a lot of people ask is getting back to people. And I have a 24 to 36 hour rule that I like to stick by. Now, sometimes life happens and 48 hours goes by and I haven't responded to someone yet. It's okay. I usually just go in there and I say, thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate it. And then I go into the next, or finish our conversation. I don't apologize for it. I didn't do anything wrong. Life just happens, okay? It's your inbox. It's totally fine. I do encourage you, and I try and do this as well. I tell my customers and my coaches, there is that 24 to 36 hour rule, but there's also the group that they can post questions in for the challenge group. And there's also our team page that coaches can ask questions in as there and get other people's input. So they're not just relying on me for an answer. Lastly is your personal development. Engage in personal and professional development. So watching this video is professional development. National Wake Up Call, the team trainings we do, things like that. I encourage you to get on the National Wake Up Call 100% every week. That is such an awesome tool and resource for us as coaches. And then if you can, get on another training for that week. But if you can do nothing else for professional development, plug into that training, as well as reading professional development books. Okay, so there's personal development where you're working on your mindset, you're working on habit forming, habit building, kind of getting into that mode of creating and being this person that you're trying to be, but there's also how to post on social media, learning business development, learning how to build leaders in placement and things like that to help you build the business side of it as well. Okay. And then you can track your business results from people that you're following, the number of people you've enrolled, the number of coaches you've started, and where you're at for Success Club. So this one piece of paper can track your entire week and show you how you're growing and building an awesome, successful business. So I do want to preface and tell you guys that if you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, I have 40 minutes, don't do nothing. What I've done is cut all of these times in half, and I've set timers, and instead of doing 20 minutes, I do 5, 6, 7 minutes of each activity, because something is always better than nothing. So if an hour is not going to work for you that day, don't sweat it. If you have 20 minutes, do a little bit of each of these actions, and you're going to continue to see growth. You're going to see movement. But if you choose to do nothing because you only have X amount of time, then you're going to be at a standstill. All right, guys, I hope this was incredibly, incredibly helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away, message your upline, and we will help you the best that we can. So have an awesome day. Make sure you print this out. Keep it in a safe place that is accessible to you so that you can continue to grow your business and build an awesome business for you and your family and those you come in contact with.